It is your girl, Beauty by Lydia B here. And tonight we are doing a retro-ish pinup vibe makeup tutorial. I'm hoping I pulled this off. This was not as easy as I thought. The liner and the brows took the most work. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. I wanted it to be shorter than what it ended up being. I'm sure it's going to be like 20 minutes, but I'm really happy with it. This is a talk through, so everything that's on my face, you will hear me tell you what is on my face. This is not a sped up music-y video, so if you want to hear me talk a lot, talk, keep on watching the video. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see. I use the NYX Avant Pop Novo Chic palette. You can find this at Ulta. You can find it on Amazon Prime. I bought mine at Ulta, and I used a bunch of e.l.f. brushes that you can find at your drugstore. I also use Milani foundation and LA Girl Pro Conceal concealers. I found those at a local beauty supply, but you can also find them online or on Amazon Prime, but my local beauty supply was cheaper, just saying. And my lippy is also by NYX, and the liner is by, where is it? Liner is by Jordana. So if you want to see how I did this look, just keep on watching. And thanks for watching Beauty by Lydia B, y'all. Peace! So the first thing I'm going to do with this pinup look, retro-inspired look, I should say, my take on it, is my brows. My brows are going to be shorter and a little bit thicker of an arch than I normally do. So you'll notice that my brow ends about up here. So I'm just going to do the same thing on this eye. I'm going to use two products. I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown, and then I'm also going to use the Dip Brow in medium brown as well for the tail to make it darker than the rest. So here we go. Oh, and the brush I'm going to use is actually the brush from I think our BoxyCharm, the Brow Gal brush. It's actually thinner, so much thinner than the number 12 brush by Anastasia, so I kind of switched to this because it's just so thin and smooth and easy to work with. So forgive me for using something you cannot find locally. But e.l.f. does have one, the small angled brush that you could use that's also thin. I just happen to be reaching for this one. So here we go. It's been a while since I did a talk through. This is kind of weird. So I'm going to brush my hairs down first. And when I do this, I'm just going to trim some of these random longies because they're my brows and I do whatever I want to my brows. I pretty much torture them all the time. When I walk around without brows on, my eyebrows look cray-cray. But I like to be able to play with them, so I'm okay with that. So I'm going to brush my brow hairs down, make sure they're all good. So the first thing I'm going to do, well, I guess the second thing now, is take my brow definer and find my line. And I'm just going to go straight down here. It's kind of like a sketch because I can wipe this away with my finger very easily. But like that right there, that little boo-boo. I like this because it has like a straight line. You know, the tip is angled, so I can pretty much go this way and know it's going to be a straight line. So there's my starting point. And I'm going to brush my brow hairs down. And I'm going to take this right here from this point, right above my pupil, if you will, and I'm going to go up and come down with the tip. And then I'm going to fill this in. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to stop right about here. Okay, so that's my starting point. And then I'm gonna fill this in, fill that in, fill this in, and up. And that's it. I'm gonna stop right there. Now I'm going to lightly comb that out. Make sure I address any issues. And move on to the dip brow. So that was kind of like my template, if you will. So I'm gonna take my Brow Gal brush, and there's other products you can use if you don't have dip brow. There's plenty of brow pomades. I think NYX even has one. So I'm gonna take what's on my brush, and I'm going to start at the top of my arch. Actually, I'm just gonna hit the tail straight on because I want this to be the darkest part. I just need a little bit more product on my brush. Hit the tail again. And I'm just gonna start sharpening the outside line. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm going to take it up and down again for my arch. Put some more product. I'm just doing this a little bit at a time because I find the dip brow is less forgiving than the brow definer. And then you'll start to have splotchy areas of brow, and that's not cute. Not at all. One more time should do it, maybe. Now I'm going to take this part and come straight here and go up, trace that out. And I'm going to go up and retrace my template, if you will. I now have to go in one more time. So this time I'm gonna like draw some brow hairs. You'll see what I mean. So I'm gonna take this real quick, go this way. I'm gonna come here and just go up. Looks kind of crazy, I know, but it will all come together, I swear. So I think that's good. I am going to clean the bottom up with concealer before I put my brow base on, but this is going to be my shape. These are business brows, y'all. These are like, I mean, serious business. So I'm just going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer in Creamy Beige. I'm just going to use what's on the brush. I kind of like to put this on the back of my hand anyway. Use it as like a palette. Oopsies, and I squeezed too much out. Now I'm just going to be wasteful. Let's carve these out nicely. Nothing too dramatic. You'll notice with the concealer, I'm only coming up to here. I'm not going all the way in because we still have to do foundation and stuff. I'm going to take my Real Techniques brow brush, and I'm actually just going to use this to blend this in. And don't worry, this will all go away when I put my foundation on. So I will not look cray-cray. Your girl knows how to blend that away. I'm not covering y'all. God damn it. So we're gonna blend this away. The lower part will go away once we put our base on, and the upper brow will fade into your foundation. All right, now that we've got our brows done, we're going to move on to our base. My base is going to be the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm going to brush that all over my lid, and I'll be right back. I'm also going to pop a piece of tape along my eye just so that I have a nice sharp line and I can make my eyeliner life easier this evening, because I'm not going to lie, this was a bitch. I was a total bitch right there. Started out small and it just got bigger, and I ended up where I wanted to be, but that shit was not easy. It never gets easy. Eyeliner is a commitment. So, tape. Granted, I can always fix the direction that my shadow is going after the fact with just like a makeup wipe, but you still want to have an even eyeball, right? So the palette that I'm going to use this evening is something that I think everyone can find. I think it's $17.99 on Amazon Prime. I feel like Prime jacks up prices to make up for the fact that they offer 2-day shipping. And it's $16.99 at Ulta. At least I checked it online and it was $16.99. And Ulta runs like buy one, get one half offs all the time. They also send a $3.50 coupon in the mail, and they also have like email thingies that promotions that they send you as well. But if you haven't seen my prior videos with this palette, this is what it looks like. And I thought that if I kept it kind of easy and use as minimal eyeshadows as possible, that this would be friendly for all user levels. So I used this as a base. I used, that is my first transition color, and then the brown as my third and last color, and I built all of these up. Granted, this one was used as a brow bone color, and then this was layers, and this was layers, and then a little bit more focus in the crease, the outer crease, to make that nice deep outer corner pop, I guess, if you will. And then this is also on the lid. So let's get this moving, y'all. Now for the first color, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. I'm gonna pop that into that first color, and I'm just gonna take this on my brow bone, right where we carved our beautiful brows, placed our concealer, and then our base. Base is always important. If you plan on putting eyeshadows on your lid, you should be putting some type of base or concealer depending on what works for your eyeballs. I am very oily, so I always need a base. I do prefer the MAC Painterly Paint Pot because it's just awesome. I have used the NYX Milk Pencil as an eyeshadow base, and that works well. I've used the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I think that's it. I tried the concealer method, but that just didn't work for me. So the next color we're going to use is this kind of, I wouldn't say it's pink, it's more like a, gosh, what would we call that? A nude right here. So that was the first one, so this is the second, and we're going to use that in stages. So I'm going to take this e.l.f., ooh, I forgot what this is called. You can find it at CVS. I feel like it's an all-over brush or a, I forget. If I can find it, I'll post it in the description box. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to grab my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to hold it kind of at like an angle. So the deepest part, which is this part, is in your crease. And then you're using the pressure to make like this outer part fan out and spread it over your eyelid. But then it also focuses and concentrates the point in your crease so that the most depositive color is there, and then it kind of just blends out. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to do this several times. And we're going to take this right here. We're not going to go any further in. We're not coming all the way in. And we're going to make sure as we're focusing here, we're going to also take it up and over. Now, depending on what your eye shape is and how much space you have, it may limit, or you may have more space to play with than I do. And everyone's eye shape is completely different. So you want to make sure you do what's best for your eye shape. And it might not take the first time. It might take a couple times to get this down. It took me years. And I still am learning. So practice, 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 y'all. This tape also helps as a guideline, if you will. So you can also start from out here and bring it in and just stop and keep going over. And you'll see that your transition color starts to come in, and it's more concentrated down here, and that's what my goal is. So when you're happy with what that looks like, I don't even know how many times I've gone in here. When you're happy with that color, we're going to move on to the brown. So the brown is this one, and we're going to go in with that with the e.l.f. contour brush. And this is going to happen in like multiple stages. We're just going to tap that in, tap off the excess, and we're going to hold this brush kind of sideways and just lay that and press it against our crease. I want to just deposit some color there, and then I'm going to blend that out. I just don't want to go too ham. And now I'm just going to go in with that previous brush and tap into the nude color and blend this out. Now, after this, I'm going to go into that brown. Just do windshield wiper motions, and you'll see that line goes away. I'm going to take a little bit more of that nude. Go over that one more time, just softly, windshield wiper motions, blending that line away. And now I'm going to go into that brown and really focus that tip in my crease. I'm going to bring it all the way over here and come right back. I'm going to stay right here, do a little circular action, and start small and work your way bigger. And then I'm going to drag it over. God, I didn't even check if I was in the view. Hope I was in the view. That would really suck if I got this far and I wasn't. I'm going to just come over here and make sure that blends in. I'm going to take my e.l.f., my Wet n Wild brush, fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into that ivory color. I'm going to come over here and hit this with that base color to make sure I don't have a difficult time blending. There's not really much color going on in here, so I want to make sure that this blends like butter. Pushing it back in, more of that brown. And I'm going to go back with that nude color. I'm going to come over here, make sure this is blended. Hopefully you guys can see some nice transition. My eyeballs might be deceiving me. Back in with that brown. With a little bit more oomph right in the crease. All right, I'm just going to tap one more time into the brown and put it right down here. All right, I think I'm done. See, not too bad. I'm going to go in with that nude one more time and blend this nicely. All right. Moment of truth. We're going to pop on the base color here, and then we're going to go for the eyeliner, y'all. Oh, we're going to need a shot for this one. No, Don't take a shot before you put your eyeliner on. Don't take a shot before you put your eyeliner on. Bad idea. I'm going to take the base color. We're going to pop it here. All right. One more again. So let's shake up this NYX liner. See, I fucked up right there. No worries. Round one is done. I take a little bit of my own saliva, finger, and I get it off my lashes. I'll tell you why later. Well, I'll tell you why now. It'll dry up, and then when you go to put on your mascara, you'll have a hell of a time putting on your mascara because your liner's stuck to your lashes. Now when you come in here, just take your time, you guys. Lay the brush against your skin, do a little wiggle action. I'm going to save the inner corner for the Kat Von D liner, something with more precision. I think it's time for a new NYX liner. This feels kind of thick. I'm going to record this whole thing. Might be a 20-minute video. Give me 1 second. I'm going to clean my lashes off. All right. Clean my lashes off. Let's keep going. Shake this thing. It's time to go to high in the heavens right now. And remember, this is your preference. Doesn't have to be my way. Now you could certainly stop there if that's your kind of liner. I'm going to keep on going in here. Now I'm going to bring in the Kat Von D liner in a second. I might save some liner for when I'm actually doing, once I actually have my lash on, but I'm going to keep going as much as I can right now. I can breathe. Seriously, I didn't breathe through that whole goddamn thing. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put my lashes on. I love how precise this tip is. I don't like how shiny it is, but I do like how precise it is. Alright, let's get some lashes on, you guys. So that's my liner. This is a little bit more dramatic than I normally do, only because it's my pinup and retro inspired look. So along with dramatic, I'm gonna go with my Ardell Demi Double Wispies. Can you see it? Can you see it? No, it's too bright, right? Well, whatever, take my word for it, but I'm gonna pop these bad boys on with some Duo Lash Glue. I'm gonna come back and see if I need to touch up, but hopefully you guys saw that from start to finish. Hopefully it's not too bright. But yeah, that was a lot of work. This is 4 minutes just to tape liner. Just to record my liner, this took 4 minutes. Y'all should know. So I got my lashes on. Anywho, I am going to throw on color corrector this evening, only because I want to test something out with my dark circles. Forgive me. I'm looking for my green one to counteract my zits on my face. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I have my LA Girl Pro Conceal in green corrector, and then I have my orange corrector. I'm gonna pop this. This is gonna be the first, oh shit. So that is the first time I'm using this. I bought it a while ago and I was just curious. See how this will work. And I'm also red there. So let's, shits and giggles, right? Shits and giggles, y'all. And I'm going to blend this out with my e.l.f. concealer brush. And my dark circles, y'all. I'm gonna use a tiny dab of that. Because I don't want to end up looking like a crazy person. Alright, so for, not concealer, foundation, I'm going to use a combo of Sand and Tan by Milani. I'm going to take a dab and a dab, and I'm going to mix it on my hand. I'm going to put it on my face, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Oh, I forgot what this was called, but I'm going to use the e.l.f. brush to blend it out. Be right back, y'all. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Creamy Beige. Pop that on the back of my hand for starters. Make it nice and warm. And then I'm just going to use my brush as my paintbrush, if you will. This is all just to add some dimension to my face, and I'm going to blend that out with the same e.l.f. brush. So like my thoughts on concealer and highlighting and contouring, which is next, is you take all the life away from your face with foundation, and you need to in my opinion, you want to put some kind of dimension back to your face. Otherwise, your face just looks flat. Now, when someone's looking at you, your face isn't flat. Your face is like, it's in 3D, y'all. Like, right? It's 3D. So you want to look 3D. Once you put foundation on, I dropped it. Hold on. Once you put foundation on, your face just looks like a blank canvas. So you need to put some kind of depth back in your face. I'm going to contour with Beautiful Bronze by LA Girl Pro Conceal again. Now, you don't have to do this necessarily that I'm doing, but even just adding bronzer to your skin brings life back to your face. So you don't necessarily have to do what I'm doing. But if you want to do what I'm doing, these products are affordable enough for you to play with them and find out if you like it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. I'm going to go back with the Flawless Concealer Brush by e.l.f. And I'm going to blend this out. I'm going to go in circular motions and roll this up. Notice my face is relaxed as I'm doing this. I'm in your face, but in your face with the mirror. But my face is relaxed. Don't make any kind of faces, because then your makeup will fall into those cracks and crevices, and that's not cute, y'all. Now, I'm getting makeup in my hairline, so I'm going to take that away with a makeup wipe before this video is over. And now we have to set all this with some type of powder so it doesn't travel and melt off your face, because that's important. After doing all this work, you don't want your face to melt off. So you need something to set your face. So I'm going to go with my affordable option that's also an awesome option, and that's the Airspun Translucent Powder. I got it from Walmart for under $10, and I'm going to put that where I want to bake. It's 2 different ways you can bake. If you have more mature skin, baking might not be what you want to do. You may want to dampen a beauty sponge of some kind with some kind of priming spray, or just damp with water. Lightly press it into your Airspun, which is now, this is what it looks like, and it's dumped in here. You could lightly press it in and roll it into your skin, so it's not as intense as a bake, but it still sets this area. Or if you have younger skin, bake away, don't bake, whatever you want to do. You might not even need to bake because you have young, fresh, dewy, supple skin. But me, I'm going to spray, because I didn't dampen my beauty blender, I'm going to just spray some Milani Make It Last setting spray on here. No big deal. Dip it in here. And I'm then going to make sure that I have no wrinkles. No foundation or concealer in my crease, because you don't want to lock your creasing in place. But I'm going to press this in. Now, I know where I get oily, and I know I blow my nose a lot, or even my nose starts running like it's congested now, but I know I need some extra emphasis here, and I want to snatch my nose in a little bit. So I'm going to bring this nice and straight and into that corner. Now, I don't have any lower lashes, so I don't put any mascara under there. If you do, just wait to put your mascara on. Now what this will do is brighten your under eye area some more in addition to that concealer. I'm going to pop that all in my crevices. And just remember, I am highlighting the highest points of my face and at the same time setting in my concealer. So it will not budge if I want to go out on the town. I am going to do a little reverse contour right here without any kind of contour on. This is an extra bonus step. Ding, 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 bonus step. I didn't put any blush on, just the cream contour by LA Girl. Now, granted, we didn't bake back in the day, in the pinup era, so this might help me get away with a less intense contour because, you know, the pinup contour isn't indicative of a pinup picture, if you will. I feel like it's more of like a softer look, but also, I can't say it enough, it's pretty much whatever you want, but I'm gonna go with how I think and how I feel about it. So I'm gonna try to take it light elsewhere, and hopefully it turns out okay. So I'm gonna let myself bake. I'm gonna wipe this off in about 5 minutes with this brush, and then I'm gonna contour with some Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'll be back. All right, so I've wiped my face off with my brush, just a no-name brush. That powder, the longer it sits, the more the oils in your face will absorb it, and you will have a foundation that lasts longer, along with your concealer. So to set now, I did wipe the excess off on the rest of my face, so my face needs some color back. So I'm going to take the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This color is in bronzer. I don't know if there's multiple colors, but this is what I got. The e.l.f. complexion brush, swirl that in. Ooh. And I'm just going to apply that around my face where I was tan and now I'm no longer tan. Highest points of your face. And bonus, it smells delicious. You'll see I now have some color back. Now, that pinup era isn't indicative of tan, but your girl needs some color, okay? Let me find me a nice rosy pink blush. So for blush, I'm going to use Milani's Rose d'Oro with my e.l.f. blush brush. I just remembered I bought a bunch of new e.l.f. brushes and I meant to try them out on a video. Guess it won't be this one. Make those cheeks nice and firm and rub that blush back in circular motions, please. And thank you. I might decide on a contour after I'm done if this doesn't show up well on camera, but for now we're just going to try to stay away from the contour. I'm going to put some contour. I need something. So that said, whew, so if you went a little ham on your blush, just take your brush that you wiped away your bake with and lightly blush the inside of your cheek away, and that's less intense. So I'm going to take my Hoola. Let's go with a Makeup Geek contour. You know what? Hold on. So I'm going to take my Benefit Hoola. There is a Hoola Mini that is more affordable. I love Hoola, so if you haven't tried it, I would so recommend for you to try it out. See if you like it, see if it works for you. They also have a Hoola Light. So this is what the Hoola Light looks like. And this is what Hoola looks like. I also have a Makeup Geek contour that I love, that is more affordable than those on the full size. So see what you can find, see what works. I'm just going to take it and come back here and feather it up and out. I'm starting with Hoola Light. I really wanted to do this look without like some serious contour, but you know, to each his own. And I'm going to take the regular Hoola and go even farther back just to add some more dimension to my face. This is all about dimension. I've said it in 500 videos. No, I'm lying. I've had, what, 30 something uploads? Let me stop exaggerating. I say it all the time. I like dimension on my lips, my face, my eyeballs. And that's why I love makeup. But everyone does their makeup how they prefer. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now I'm just going to take this brush and soften up that. Go back with my blush. Final step will be a highlight, y'all. Let's find a highlight. So trying to keep it in line with my drugstore finds. Milani's 01 Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder. This one's an Afterglow. I'm going to take my e.l.f. fan brush. Before I do that, I'm going to spray my face down with my Make It Last. I'm in the final home stretch, y'all. Home stretch. Milani's Make It Last Setting Spray. This smells delicious, and it will make your cake face look not so cakey. So if you ever bake, make sure you get a setting spray. Oh, it smells great, and it'll make your face look more natural looking. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. fan brush, swirl it in there. Let me wait till this is kind of dry because I don't want like an intense highlighter. Or I don't want an intense highlight, so I'm going to make this a little diffused. Again, this is my take on pinup, so I'm just going to put just a little bit right here. Just a little hint. Uh-oh. There goes my nose. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Whatever. Next are my lips. We're going to go for a red lippy, y'all. Would you have it any other way? No. I'm going to use the... I ran out of my NYX dark red lip liner. I know. Dark red, Lydia. Why did you need dark red? Again, I like dimension on my lips, so I'm going to use the Plush Plum by Jordana Automatic Pencil Liner. If you like to overline your lips, this is where you would do that. I'm going to take the NYX Matte Lipstick in Perfect Red. Because would you have pinup any other way? No. Now, I know what you're saying. Lip doesn't match. The liner doesn't match the lip. Not my intention. I will fix it. Alright, y'all, so you know I like a darker liner than my lip, but I had Sedona Red by Jordana on standby from a previous look, and this is just about running out too. I got lucky. So I ended up having to overline my lips a bit. Not intentional. Totally an accident, but we got the job done. Let me just change my clothes and I'll be right back, y'all.